Hi everyone, this is Avanti
Hi, this is Priyanka.
and welcome to Over Coffee or Wine.
So today we are going to talk about Loveyapa. We took one for the team and watched this 2 hour, 18-minute long movie. We are going to give our honest review. So Avanti, how do you rate Loveyapa on a scale of 1 to 10?
Okay, without comparing to anything objectively, just looking at it, maybe a 5, 5.5 on 10. What do you think?
So same here, 5 would be fair.
I feel like it was much better than Nadanya.
What did you like about the movie?
To be very honest, I went in with zero expectations, almost negative expectations,
Hmm.
because we had watched Nadanya with Khushi Kapoor in it, and
Mm.
I just couldn't. And the only thing that I had seen was the
L-O-V.
yeah,
Yappa,
LOVE,
yappa.
yappa, yappa. Yeah, which was so bad. I thought the storyline was pretty good. Like the plot was nice. It kind of touches upon these days how love is, right? With Tinder and everything with phones. I actually liked some of the side actors. Like Ashutosh Rana is always amazing. I was so pleasantly surprised to see Kiku in the movie. What about you?
So same for me, the supporting actors. I think they stole the show. So Grusha Kapoor, who plays his mom, then his sister Tanvika Parlikar is her name. I looked her up because I really thought she was very good. Even Kiku Sharda. So these three stood out for me in terms of performances. The second thing I liked was the editing or post production because they had animation. There were many layers to it. They were trying to promote it for people to go to movie theaters. If they had just done a direct launch on OTT, I think a lot more people would have watched it.
Yeah, yeah. Seriously, since you mentioned the supporting characters, the one of the guys, Kullu from
Yeah.
Tanmay's group of friends. So it was nice to see that people who are creating content or getting these opportunities too now. So that group of friends they showed was pretty good too. You know how we discussed about Nadania, how it was like too clean. Everything.
Mm.
This was so much more natural that
Yeah.
this is how normal life is.
Kullu's performance, it was nice to see him, of course, but performance was not great.
Ha.
And I think he's aware of it because after it released, they had another Tanmay react, and everyone was just taking his case, and he was very embarrassed.
Really?
I think he is self aware. It's not that he was bad, but he's clearly not an actor.
Yeah, yeah.
It was a comparatively easy watch. I think the credit goes to the director and probably the script and the whole team. The director Advait Chandan. His first movie was Secret Superstar, and he also directed Lal Singh Chadda. So I think he's done a lot of movies with Amir.
Yeah, and now his son.
Yeah, his son.
Interesting. Did you forget that Junaid is Amir's son? Because you had a light bulb moment. But
I was trying to keep the Nepo out of this review.
oh, we have to do. I feel that should also become one of our themes is Nepo babies. Also, did you know that this is a remake? Okay.
No?
So it's a remake of a Tamil film called Love Today. And
Okay.
it released in 2022. And that movie was made with a much smaller budget. And it like was a box office hit. So compared to that, this one was not a success. Some of my friends who have watched it, they said that it is a very good movie. Now that I think about it, based on the movies you told me, looks like Advait Chandan is making a lot of remakes. Lal Singh Chaddha and then Loveyapa. So I think they've just changed it to Punjabi Bhaise Ki Aankh versus the Tamil.
I think Bhaise Ki Aankh is a good segue to what we didn't like about the movie. What I didn't like about the movie, one is it could have been way shorter. I think easily a 1 hour, 30 or 40 minutes was totally possible. Second were the lead actors and their performances, but we'll get into that. And third, I think the story, just like nitpicking a bit, I think it faltered in a few places. What about you?
I think mine are very similar. So one of them is in the middle of the movie, I feel they dragged it a lot. Second thing I want to say, especially when you're releasing movies in the theaters these days, you need to have some catchy music or something to get the audience. I don't remember a single song except the LOVE, Yappa Yappa. But if I think about that song, it irritates me. And the third one, when they find out what's going on in the other person's phone, I just feel like her character is very, very forgiving. It just made her look weak.
Now to the performances of Junaid and Khushi Kapoor. Let's start
Okay.
with Junaid Khan. How did you like his performance? Is this the first movie you're watching of him?
Yes. So the other one is Maharaj.
Yes.
Okay, I always get confused between the two, but it's Maharaj.
You asked me to watch Maharaj, and I watched this Maharaj because you just told me watch Maharaj on Netflix, and I did, Avanti. And I watched 20 minutes of Junaid Khan when
Was
you
it good?
wanted me to watch Vijay's Senapati.
Setupati. Senapati. I did not watch that one. Even this one, I was trying to avoid, if you remember. I didn't think he was bad. I'm comparing because, right around Ibrahim Ali Khan, and he was pretty bad. So if you compare, I feel like he was much better, which is going to happen only comparisons. I did feel there were some awkward moments in his acting, and I feel like it was probably because his natural, like his personality in real life is so not what the character is. At least that's what it comes across in his interviews and his public presence. I would give him like a 6 on
Yeah.
10 for acting. What did you think?
For me, it was easy to watch Junaid act. I didn't feel that cringe or secondhand embarrassment while watching him. But yeah, a few moments I felt were a bit forced or over the top. But I think that that'll just take time. His performance, I don't know if he was more theater than, acting.
It's funny that you say that because he apparently has done over 100 theater shows.
So he is a
Yeah.
theater guy.
Yes, he is.
Okay.
So he has done 6 or 7 plays, around 100 shows. I'm sure in a theater actor's life, that's not a lot because they do so many shows. But still, he has some experience there. And apparently, to like prepare for the role, he stayed 3 months in Gurgaon and Tere Sheher mein, stayed with all these like Gurgaon boys. And I was telling Sujay, I'm pretty sure the Bhaise Ki Aankh is actually something else. It would have probably been more natural if he had said that instead of saying Bhaise Ki Aankh. But they have to do theater release, so it would have got edited out.
So again with Junaid, I think the dialogue delivery was way better than how it was in Nadania for all the characters. I wouldn't even say Ibrahim. He does have potential. I think he needs a good director to get it out of him.
in the first two movies, he has shown quite a range. He's played this subdued this and this flamboyant Gurgaon Dilli boy. So yeah, I also agree. He has potential. So hopefully he gets good movies. He chooses the right ones too. And he's Amir's son. Thoda to jeans rahega na uska. So, I think he'll
अरे
definitely, yeah.
सैफ अली खान का जीन्स नहीं है क्या?
सैफ अली खान को भी टाइम लगा फ्रॉम द
अमृता सिंह भी
बिगिनिंग.
है.
अमृता सिंह का मैंने एक भी मूवी नहीं देखा है तो आई डोंट नो.
Of course देखा होगा. You've not seen चमेली की शादी?
आई हैव सीन चमेली की शादी.
You've not seen Aina?
Oh yeah, I have seen Aina. She's so like
Yeah. So she
she's like Komalika.
she was considered a decent actress, yeah, in her time. It
Yeah,
was
yeah,
a
I'm
little
sure.
before our time.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the
It was before
80s.
our time. But yeah, maybe Saif, sorry, Ibrahim will get better. Hopefully,
Yeah.
please better get better.
Let's come to the common factor in the two movies, which is Khushi Kapoor. How did you like Khushi's performance?
So now I have seen 2 movies of hers. I haven't seen Archie's. Yeah, I have watched like little bit and I couldn't. But after Nadania, I think there is improvement in this. There were so many memes going around of hers after Nadania. Did you see where like this, like
Yeah.
this?
Yeah.
She's talking
The
with
ne-
her neck like
it's
that.
called the neck acting. Yeah.
Her dialogue delivery, I think it needs to improve. I think that's what's really holding her back. But she was much better.
So Khushi Kapoor, I think third movie that I watched of her, I think she is getting progressively better. It was again not difficult to watch her on screen. You didn't want to look away, but a few instances where she has to cry and things, I found that a bit unnatural. I'm comparing to the supporting cast members where they're so natural, and then when something is off, it catches your eye.
Because we talked about both of them. What did you think about their chemistry?
I didn't think about it.
I feel that, and I should have mentioned this in like what I didn't like, but I feel like for a young love kind of movie, that chemistry just didn't work for me.
Do you mean like the casting didn't sit for you?
I just didn't believe that they actually loved each other. When you think of like Amir Juhi Chawla in Kayamat Se Kayamat Tak.
Even Vivek and Rani in Satya, which is like
Oh wow. That was very good chemistry. Good one, Priyanka.
I think we watched it together, right? On a laptop. top and it was a bad print. I mean, sorry, piracy.
We watched it multiple times together.
What?
We were at that age where we like to watch love stories, and their chemistry was really good. I just don't see Junaid as a romantic hero.
Hmm.
I feel like he probably should try something a little more serious. He should play into his strengths, I feel, especially because people do judge Nepo kids. And
Hmm.
it's just better to get that foothold in Bollywood that will help you build your career.
What if, Rajkumar Rao played this character? I think he would have done it very effortlessly.
Rajkumar Rao is a brilliant actor. I can totally see him do this role.
Now we're going to talk about the plot, and this is with spoilers. In case you don't have the bandwidth to watch the movie, this is for you. Everyone knows this part, which is they are dating and they want to get married. And Ashutosh Rana is Khushi Kapoor's very strict father. He tells that a prerequisite for marriage is that they need to swap their phones for a day. And if they get through that phase, he will consider them getting married.
Yeah, which I thought the concept was great.
What happens after that is they do discover stuff on the phone. Spoiler alert. For example, in Khushi's phone, Junaid finds that she's still in touch with all her exes and they do meet up. Though she does not have any romantic feelings for them, she is continuing friendships with them, which she has did not disclosed to Junaid. So that was a big pain point for him.
At first, she does not find anything on his phone and really starts feeling guilty. And the one day is almost up, and he goes very confidently to her house and says, Ki, see all what your daughter is doing. And then her father finds out that there's like many GBs of data that has been backed up. So he restores all of that backed up data. Before that, Junaid says that I want to keep her phone for 3 more days. And then when she gets access to his data, she sees he is still on Tinder and he is like DMing all these girls, asking them for pictures.
It was not a fair comparison. The supporting characters, like his sisters getting married, that relationship has its own story, which I found was very sweet. The focus was somehow for me on that bit, like
I agree.
Kiku and his sister. Some other things from Junaid's past come up. Some tricks he had played in his college days.
Yeah.
All
Okay, yes.
yeah.
See, clearly this part is forgettable.
There's someone in her office who has crush on her and he tries to portray that they are in a relationship to his colleagues. And then there is this whole MMS bit also that happens, which is a
With
deep
deep
fake.
fake.
Yeah, deep fake of Khushi Kapoor. And he goes up to her and says, we'll do something about it. And his friends take revenge for her. And that's how they get back together.
What Ashutosh Rana says to him is that thank you for believing her when even I did not believe her.
I registered the same thing as thank you for accepting this woman after a deep fake video. So I was like, of course. What is accepting? And like, I got irritated.
No, I don't think that's what
Okay.
it was, but we'll have to rewatch. You
Yeah.
rewatched.
So I think I'm okay not knowing.
Synopsis like 4 bullets.
Yeah.
Phones exchanged, shit happens, they get together in the end.
Yeah.
3 bullets. But shout out to the sidebar love story of the brother in law and sister.
Yeah. Very
I
sweet.
thought that social message was better. I think it was very tastefully done also.
If you don't plan to watch, I'll tell you their story as well. So theirs is an arranged marriage setting, and Kiku Sharda is not conventionally a tall, dark, and handsome man. So Junaid's sister in the movie is being told by society that, oh, why are you settling for this man? And she's like, no, because he is a good guy. And Kiku Sharda in the movie has a lot of green flags.
The only red flag that she sees is that he's not showing his phone to anybody. She's very concerned because she's seeing what's happening with her brother.
And turns out, spoiler alert, he didn't want her to know that he is getting bullied by his friends and that he is also trying to get into shape for the wedding. So I think, yeah, that's the story.
When you think कि आज कुछ light देखते हैं, when you don't want to watch something as heavy as adolescence, you can maybe just for time pass watch this.
So that was our review of Loveyapa.
So if you liked our video and would like to see more of such content, like, follow, subscribe, and we'll get you some more entertaining content next time. Bye.
Bye.